The pitch of every note is as much an element of time as the beat is. Specific pitch is determined by what we call a frequency. The frequency of tones is defined as the number of vibrational or sound waves per the unit of time called the second. On the guitar, the number of times a vibrating string goes back and forth each second. It may be 110 cycles, 110 hertz, or 220, or 440 hertz, or any other frequency in the audible spectrum, or the range of the instrument. The units of time we use to measure rhythms do not differ from the units of time we use to measure pitch. The number of beats per minute falls on the same scale as the number of vibrations per second. The drum beat is only a different end of the time scale from the sustained tone, which we perceive as time even if we don't quite think of it that way. The numerical frequency of sound, the hertz, isn't generally connected to tempo, musical time. A note duration can be long or short and not change its pitch, so pitch is conceptualized apart from time. But consider that the nature of pitch is the nature of the rate of vibration, the speed of vibration, how fast the string is moving. A slow-moving string produces a lower pitch than a fast-moving string, so pitch is the speed of the string. Time. Now, let's slow time down so we can see it at work. We'll take two different note pitches and represent them as waves, undulating arcs. Each undulation from one extreme to the other and back to its starting position is one cycle. We'll call the lower note C and the higher note G. These two notes form an interval of a perfect fifth. One thing that makes this fifth perfect is the simplicity of the interval ratio, 3 to 2, based on the relative frequencies of the two notes. A simple, clear ratio. The G has exactly 3 oscillations, 3 cycles, for 2 oscillations of C. It seems only natural that it would be pleasing to the ear. Now, if we place C above G instead of below it, we double the frequency of C. It moves up an octave. We can call this interval an inverted fifth, or a perfect fourth, which has a ratio of 4 to 3. 4 cycles of C for 3 cycles of G. Since the fifth is considered perfect, so is the fourth. Now let's look at them side by side. The perfect fifth on the left, the perfect fourth on the right. The G is a unison, but the C is now split into an octave. Because an octave is a simple 2-to-1 ratio, the higher C, C4, will cycle twice for every 1 cycle of C3 below it.